much for being here.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nuha Alhena binti Ahmad Norman. So today I'll be presenting on paralinguistic or nonverbal features for my presentry. Paralinguistic is a spoken communication that do not involve words. So basically, this video is all about an interview of Barack Obama back then when he's a senator in 2006. He's being interviewed by Conan O'Brien, where he further talks about his favorite restaurant called MacArthur's in the city of Chicago, where his wife belongs to, about his family and whether or not he'll run for president in 2008. In the video, Obama talked about the barbershop that he visits for almost 20 years, owned by an old man. They also talked about how he gave a powerful speech during 2004 Democratic National Convention that most people still remember, and how he was a gifted speaker, especially behind the podium. So we'll jump right into the video where I'll be giving 3 instances of eye contact, where eye contact is also one of the paralinguistic features. So for the first example of eye contact that can be seen in the video is during the 28 second until 31 second into the video.
Is actually an ancient Celtic name.
Very nice. So we're ancient cousins.
So by this eye contact, the speaker is explaining Barack is an ancient name while making eye contact with the interviewer. Well, this is to make sure that the interviewer is convinced with the thing that is mentioned by the speaker. This also increases the probability of the interviewer to listen and buy the message being conveyed. For the second example, is during the time span of 39 seconds until 45 seconds.
First of all, you live in Chicago. Your wife is from here. Any advice from me? I'm a guy. I don't know the area. What would you tell a guy?
Well, you know that.
So it can be seen that the speaker is focusing by making eye contact with the interviewer while interviewer is asking the speaker a question. So this is merely to ensure that the speaker understands the question by observing the motion of the mouth and also facial expressions, and to create a bond between the speaker and the listener. So for the last instance of eye contact in this video, it's during the timestamp of 1:04 till 1:06.
Some folks know MacArthur's here.
Yeah.
Some of the best soul food in Chicago.
Soul food.
And
So during this timestamp, the speaker turned his head to the audience when there was a feedback from the audience itself. This will show that the speaker is also aware of the audience presence and makes the audience feel that they are also involved in the conversation, rather than Barack Obama and Conan O'Brien themselves making conversation. So the importance of eye contact is really important so that it can make the conversation more efficient. So that's all for me on eye contact. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Anisanani binti Razali, magic number 207893. So for the next paralinguistic or nonverbal feature, I will be talking about intonation. So what is intonation? Intonation is like a tune or melody in the voice used to express different shades of meaning. Intonation patterns are the way speakers adjust the pitch of their voice in order to convey meaning. Intonation is very important in communication as it gives information beyond just the basic meaning of the words. It can express the speaker's attitude or feeling about something, as well as giving grammatical information, such as we can distinguish between a statement and a question based on the intonation. So there are 3 examples that I found in the video. For the first example, at the time reference of 16 seconds to 19 seconds, the speaker stressed the sentence, "You have the best name Barack Obama?
Your name, you have the best name,
is a great
Barack Obama.
This is because he wants to show that he is the big fan of Barack Obama and he loves the Barack Obama's name. And also he wanted to show that he is excited enough to see Barack Obama in person. So the second example is at the time reference 34 seconds to 35 seconds. The speaker speak with high pitch at the sentence, "This is my brother here," sound like that.
This is my brother here.
His intention is to make the audience laugh at his joke and to make Barack Obama feel comfortable enough to be at the stage. The speaker also do not want the situation be awkward. And the last example at the time reference of 1 minute and 14 seconds to 1 minute and 15 seconds, where the speaker begin with medium pitch and ending with higher one at the sentence, "I will not," with a little bit of stress.
I will not.
This is because he wants to deny the Barack Obama's sentence while not being too serious. He also wanted to play along with Barack Obama's joke. So I think that's all for my part. Thank you.
So I'll be presenting about body gestures, which is a paralinguistic or a non-verbal feature based on the video that we have picked for this project.
About time they saw a giant red pompadour in there. I want my soul food. Bring it on.
In this scene, the speaker, which is Conan O'Brien, he speaks about a giant red pompadour, and then his hand gets around his hair. So this gesture, he wants to suggest that a pompadour may have something to do with your hair or with your head, but I also think that he does this gesture to give a hint to the audience that a pompadour is a type of hairstyle.
It's sacred. It's a real
serious
bond.
business. Where do you get your haircut, Conan?
I don't.
So for the next scene, Conan O'Brien describes Obama's relationship with his barber as a real bond. Then he does his hands like this. He intertwines his hand. This shows that he wants to say Obama's relationship with his barber is inseparable, or he wants to say that their relationship, their bonding is very strong since Obama had known his barber for years.
And so
Do you just throw out random words at a certain point? Corn dog, onion, blueberry. Anything here, people? Yeah.
Lastly, Conan O'Brien asked Obama if he's always been such a good speaker naturally. Then he also implies that Obama's way of being a good speaker is by spitting out random words. Then at the time where he throws out random words, he kept swaying his hand each time a random word comes out. So he figured, Conan O'Brien figured out like swaying his arm each time a random word he says is just like a spontaneous act, and just how he implies that Obama spontaneously throwing out random words. So that's all from me. I'll pass this to student number 4. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Unku Nur Inshira Aina binti Unku Ahmad Daniel. My matrix number 208132, and I'm going to present my analysis of the paralinguistic, which is fillers. The first fillers that I found in that video, which is at the time interval of 0.45 until 0.47, is the speaker says "you know" in his sentence before he continues his next point. He said, well, you know, the key is to get into the neighborhoods. What is his intention of saying that "you know" in his sentence? Well, he is trying to get his listeners' attention so that they can be more focused on what he is going to say next.
Well, you know, the
Where
key,
should I go? What should I do?
The key is to get into the neighborhoods.
The second fillers that I found in that video is which is stated in the time reference of 0.55 until 0.57. The speaker stuck and used before he regenerated his idea. He said, but you know, going out into the neighborhoods, visiting some locals restaurant. His intention by using that in that video is he's trying to hold the floor, which means he's not done speaking. Let me speak some more. It's like that.
But you know, going out into the neighborhoods, visiting some of the local restaurants.
Last but not least, the third filler that I found in that video is I mean, which is at the time interval of 1.08 until 1.12. The speaker fills his sentence with the words I mean, you'll stand out a little bit. That is what he said to his listener. And his intention of using that I mean in his word is he's thinking at the time and before he proceeds with his next point, and that is how he uses that I mean to fill the gap between his first and the second point.
I mean, you'll stand out a little bit.
Hi, I'm Hannah and I'm going to talk about pauses in the video that we have chosen. So I've extracted 3 instances from the video and this is the first example.
We're right there.
I'm taking you to Ireland someday. This is my brother here. Now, there's a lot I have to ask you. First of all, you live in Chicago. Your wife is from here. Any advice from...
So as we can see, after the interviewer joked like, this is my brother here, he paused for a second and after the pause, he changed the topic into something else. So what I can see about the pause he made is that he wanted to change to the next topic, but first he stopped to let the audience to finish laughing. So the next example is...
Favorite restaurant in Chicago is a place on the west side called MacArthur's.
MacArthur's.
Some folks know MacArthur's here.
Yeah.
Some of the best soul food in Chicago.
Soul food.
So after Barack Obama told the interviewer about his favorite restaurant, which is the MacArthur's, he paused and looked at the interviewer like he was making sure that the interviewer could understand and process the information he mentioned. And after the interviewer and the audience responded, he continued. So, and lastly, the last example is...
the relationship between a man and his barber, that is...
It's sacred. It's a real
serious
bond.
business. Where do you get...
So, after he said the relationship between a man and his barber, he paused for a second and I assume that he paused because he wanted to think about the word that he wanted to say next. So, I think that's all for me. Thank you.